I haven't done anything like this before, but I want to ramble about this storyboard specifically, because this is probably my greatest storyboard work yet. A good idea would be to throw this in with BTS footage. Keep that in mind, future me. But I wanted to talk about certain parts of the storyboard. So I'm going to watch it, and I'll probably pause it at certain points, because I know that there's specific points I want to talk about. Found one. So this wasn't actually in the original storyboard. Those who know. I had a theory board thing, and I kind of just threw stuff together, and then it became a bigger project. This wasn't in the OG thing, with Ragatha and then her clenching her fist. I liked it as a sort of hint at Ragatha kind of standing her ground again, and getting more familiar with confrontation. I forgot. It is very intentional for me to not have Kinger talk during this segment. I originally did have him say something, but then I was kind of like, it's intentional for Kinger not to say anything, and it's intentional that Zubul doesn't say much, because Zubul just has a whole spiel later. Spiel? I'm not sure what the word is. I wanted to add to the idea of Kinger is rather avoidant, unless, like, provoked, if you will. And later in the storyboard, it's like, I really liked the idea that Kinger ends up seeing himself in Jax, and that's what makes him kind of reach out. It's not super implied in the storyboard, obviously, but, like, that's, like, my little personal, like, belief.
Did she go off and do something?
I wish I had redrew that, whatever. I got lazy and I didn't redraw this frame. And this part, I had rearranged audio so much. In the original takes, I just repeat a bunch of like, what's going on? What's happening?
What's going on, Jax? Why won't you talk to us?
Talk to us, Jax. What's going on? And I had very little to work with, and I was like, I don't want to go back I don't want to record more. So I ended up I kept like shifting around audios to see what would work, and then I just settled on this. I had to switch frames and everything too. This, I thought it'd be interesting to reference that one scene in the trailer where it's kind of representing like Jax is trying to disassociate and kind of like not think about what just happened, but it's very clearly failing the more that everyone tries to press. Because if you listen, you can hear the cast in the background, and they say stuff like, "You're a horrible person." And that's like his interpretation of what they're saying to him. I just wanted to kind of ramble about. You'll hear I'll like have like the actual, all of the takes and no filters and stuff. So you'll be able to hear what I actually say here. I did debate during that section having like Zubul say something like, "What?" before Jax again repeats like, "She's gone." And this is like him coming to terms with it. But I was curious if I, like, bring back, like, the real voices or not. And I was kind of like, I don't know. It kind of fricks up the vibe, you know? So I left it out. I think this frame was what I started with when I was storyboarding. And this whole scene with Jax's mask falling off was what I started with storyboarding. And it genuinely was like oh, I'm cooking kind of moment. I don't want to hear myself cry. Some people were thinking that I had actually cried during this. I did not. The only time I think I actually kind of felt a swell of emotion was during the Kinger segment. But even then, I never teared up. I never cried. I have nerves of steel. I'm Batman. I didn't actually cry. I didn't have to dive deep into the depths of my trauma to bring this out of me, which, now that I think about it, I don't know what that says about me as a person. I'm gonna ignore it for now. I really don't want to listen to that. It's just cringy. I don't like it. There was one comment that was like, this is cringe, and I'm like, yeah. I literally, out of all the things that I want to do, this was like, listening to this audio to edit it in was like one of the last things I had done with the storyboard. Like, all that was left was finishing up music and doing SFX. And then I had to listen to this stupid freaking audio of me crying, or doing a Jax impression of him crying, which is just me crying, because I can't do a good Jax impression. It's just me. But a little more Sonic-y or whatever, and sultry, it's kind of a cross between Sonic and Rouge. But, yeah. I don't think I changed much during this either. I originally thought it would be just Jax, like, leaning on Kinger kind of inviting Kinger to hug him, but I really like the collapse a lot more. Like, I'm glad that my art skills suck, so I went with the collapse. This music in the background specifically, I wanted to mock the trailer a little bit, the trailer's music. I obviously don't like to use copyrighted stuff because I don't like to get copyright struck. That was what inspired this music here specifically, was the trailer music. Oh, to add to this, I think Zubul would go first and then Ragatha, which one of my friends pointed out and I was like, yeah, but I'm not redrawing all that. But I think Ragatha would actually be the last one, because they definitely have beef with each other, and I'm curious if we ever get information on that. We may never. It's okay. Jax, look at me. Guys, again, not to toot my own horn, how the frick can Kinger's voice come out of my body? I don't get it. I also really like, I don't know if anyone notices this, Jax is being weirdly determined to hide his face. Very intentional. Very intentional. Because I think Jax would be very embarrassed. And then the concept of Kinger, like, pulling him away so Jax can look at him and he can look at Jax, but Jax just immediately hides his face. This shot is evil. It is evil. If no one knows what this shot is, this is a Jax POV shot. This is Jax, like, if you put your hand up to your face and you, like, have a little bit of your eye peeking through your hands. That's what this shot is. And then the blurring is, like, the tears in his eyes. This is the most evil shot I've ever storyboarded in my life.
Just let yourself cry as much as you need to, okay?
That was an unintentional Sonic reference. And when I said it, I was like, hey, reference! And if anyone doesn't know, this is a reference to Sonic and the Secret Rings, where he says to Shara, now, just let yourself cry as much as you need to. You'll have plenty of handkerchiefs to help you through it.
I didn't realize you actually felt this close to Pomni.
And these were moments that I was like, I want to highlight what I know about the cast. So one thing that I know about Gangle is she's very emotional. And I like the idea that she kind of, like, it's good to cry. It's okay to cry. It's okay to show emotion. And explain that to Jax. And with Ragatha, she feels like she failed Jax. And that she also felt like he might have been corrupting Pomni. And this is that moment for Ragatha where she realizes Jax isn't this evil person. Jax was close to Pomni and had a genuine connection with Pomni, and she couldn't be there for Jax as much as she wanted to. And just kind of, like, apologizing for that. And then I also think there's an extra layer if she did kind of blame Jax for Ribbit's abstraction. Or, like, didn't take a side or like, lean towards Kaufmo's side if Kaufmo blamed Jax. So I kind of like that she's like, I'm sorry, Jax. I wish I could have been there for you. And then with Kinger specifically, obviously Kinger has dealt with loss and dealt with blaming himself. So this is kind of a, you know, like, this is probably bringing back memories for Kinger, right? And that's kind of, you know, I say in the original, like, theory where Kinger, like, begins trying to have that talk. Like, it's like you're like, you're starting to maybe have a Kinger and Jax talk, but then he immediately kind of, like, can't handle it and starts crying. Hold on, I gotta get the audio. I miss my wife, Jax. I miss her a lot. I'll be back. Whoever wants that, there.
I've been so...
So, I kind of wish I had finished his line of thinking, because I was going to have him say, I've been so useless. Because, genuinely, like, Kinger hasn't been useless, but I would imagine that that's how he feels considering his state of mind when he's in the light. So, that's what I was leaning into. Wait, Pomni peeks up. Hold on, this is for future me. This is pre... Pomni peeks out. This is where we see, like, a Pomni. Dude, write that down, write that down. What matters is that we all be here for each other, right? I'm so mad no one pointed out that that was a reference to episode 8 where Gangle literally, like, says that. I'm so mad no one pointed that out. Where Zubal's like, oh, this is good! This is so good!
Why are you guys being so nice?
Now, the original audio for this was bad, and I didn't like it, because I didn't feel like there was enough oomph put behind it. So one day when I was in the shower, I was thinking about how to rework this scene. Like, the way that I, like, say things. Because I'm pretty sure I stuck with the original, like, I've been such a piece of crap. And I was like, I just don't like it. And then I had a comment that was, like, pointed out my usage of the word bully. And was like, actually, Jax was torturing everybody. And I was like, okay, first of all, frick you. But I can't be mad because it literally was a chain reaction and led to me shifting the script a bit, being like, okay, you're right. I would actually like to address a little bit more solidly, like, Jax did some pretty crappy stuff, and then have them all kind of, like, more directly address it. And I was like, I think Jax would more directly address it. Like, this is that moment where he's like, what are you guys doing? I'm literally a horrible person. Why are you being nice? And piece of crap didn't quite cut it. So I did this little Jax rant, and I was thinking about it in the shower, and as I was, like, showering, I thought of, like, the specific phrasing that I could do, and I was like, oh, frick, ah! And then I immediately rushed my shower to get out, and then immediately set up my computer and record the line. And then the moment I listened to the, you should! line that I had recorded, I was like, oh, frick. I was like, oh. And I kind of wish that I had changed. I think I do change Zubal's stuff a little bit from the original, but I wish I had changed it a little more because I just wasn't happy with it. But I think it's fine. Yeah, I think it's fine.
You should!
The you should was animated, by the way. I literally exported this as an MP4. And boy, am I... Oh, to add to this. Okay, so I want you guys to watch this closely.
Hate me and blame me and throw me away like a piece of garbage. You should!
When he says should, he opens his mouth. And I really liked the idea. Some people are saying, like, Jax literally lies through his teeth because when he talks, it's literally through his teeth. And I really liked the idea where he actually opens up his mouth and he's telling the truth here. Like, it represents him telling the truth here. Him being, like, aggressively opening his mouth, like, you should! Like, just get rid of me! Throw me away! And I liked the idea that it kind of, like, represented, in a way, him telling the truth here. And I just wanted to point that out.
We don't necessarily forgive or condone your actions.
The one thing that I would change, like, I genuinely wish I would have changed, get rid of the word necessarily. The frick are you talking about, Zubal? You literally don't. I would have removed that word.
You're very clearly not doing okay.
And I do want to say, I do think it is incredibly important that Gangle is one of the people to be like, we're still here for you. Because, quite frankly, the last person that should say this is Gangle, right? Because of everything that's happened between him and Gangle. But I like the fact that Gangle can kind of recognize, like, the whole Jax has been faking it the entire time and clearly needs help. And then obviously Ragatha, because like, it's not going to be as impactful in my opinion if Ragatha says it, or even Kinger, because you'd expect Ragatha and Kinger to say it. Like, it's important that Gangle says it and has that moment here, in my opinion.
Come here.
I just like that he yoinks him. It's the best. Such a stupid, silly thing to happen. I love it.
Guys? What are you doing?
It makes me laugh every time, bro. It's such a funny, jarring cut. I actually originally had it where Pomni walks up to them, and I was like, it'd be way funnier if it just randomly cuts to Pomni being like, guys, what are you doing? And I was right. This pays off so good because you're like in it, right? You're in it. Like at this point in the storyboard, you are in the feels. You might have even been crying. And then just the immediate cutoff to Pomni being like, what is going on? It's the funniest thing, dude. It's awesome. I did cut off the Pomni a little bit. I have the voices layered. I have it where actually Jax says Pomni first. It's a very loud like, Pomni! But then with all of the executive decisions that I made, it kind of didn't end up working out in the way that I wanted to. And it's really hard to like layer all of the voices it's hard to layer 5 voices that are your voice and not have it sound like all one voice, especially when you're screaming something. Like with Gangle, it's easy because it's like, Pomni! But with Ragtha, it's like, Pomni! And then with Kinger, it's like, Pomni! It's like too similar. And then especially with Jax just being my voice, basically. It's too similar. Anyways, this is genuinely, I think out of all of the TADC storyboards, I think this one is my favorite. It's aside from like, I don't like hearing me crying as Jax, but it's just so good. Like, I can't express how good it is. Just between the acting and the music and the art direction and the different things that I bothered to include. Kinger and Jax Talk's like up there as well, right? Kinger and Jax Talk is also like a storyboard that really... Oh man, but the button press, dude. I just wanted to kind of like talk through this and like different things that were like in it. I was like, this thing. I wanted to like talk through some of my thought processes behind like some of the stuff. Jax also had a different expression here. I like make his eyes smaller and it looked really jarring to me, so I stuck with the like big circles because I had like the little like his like usual eye. I like revert it back to that and I was like, it just looks too jarring. This looks way funnier and way better. To think this all started with like a short like paragraph of Jax dropping the mask. Yeah, I just wanted to rambly skidambly about this because I'm proud of it.
Jax! What happened? Where's Pomni? Where's Pomni?
Is everything okay, Jax?
Never better. Never better. Everything is fine.
Oh. What did you do to her? Where is she? What did you do to her? Off and do something. Did she go off and do something?
Are you okay, Jax?
I knew this would happen. I knew you caused her abstraction. I hate you! It's Ribbit all over again.
You're such a horrible person, Jax. I can't believe you did this, Jax. What have you done?
You deserve to be abandoned. We can never forgive you for something like this. Come on, Jax, you would do something like this? You're gonna pay for what you did, Jax. Why are you such a horrible person? She's gone. She's gone.
No.
What? What?
No.
All right. Hold on. Hold on. Dying. This is rough.
I didn't mean for this to happen. I didn't mean for her to... I'm sorry. We've heard...
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, okay? This was out of your control.
It's okay. It's okay, Jax.
I've been so useless. I've been so... Things happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Through thick and thin, I guess. Why are you guys being so nice? Why are you being so nice to me? All I've done is bully you. All I've done is be such a piece of crap. I don't deserve this. Being so nice to me. All I've done is cause so much pain and suffering for everyone.
My voice.
Why are you guys being so nice? Why are you being so nice to me? All I've done is cause so much pain and suffering for everyone. You have every right to hate me and blame me and throw me away like a piece of garbage. You should!
You're very clearly not doing okay. You need help.
We're all here for you, Jax, but you have to let us be. We can't help you if you're constantly, acting like this.
We want to help you get better, Jax. Seems to me like you've been carrying quite a lot of burdens for a long time now.
Yeah, a little, I guess.
All of you coming.
Guys, I'm literally right here. Guys, what are you doing? Guys, what are you doing?
Wait, hold on.
Guys, what are you doing?
Pomni!
Pomni? Pomni?
Pomni! Pomni! Pomni? 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 Pomni?
How? Where were you?
But I managed to catch myself on a part of the broken infrastructure before I floated off into the void too far. Infrastructure before I floated off too far, so here I am. Yeah.
A lot of tears were shed.
Kinger chiming in his 2 cents.
Yeah, I know. I heard everything when I was down there. Well, well, what you were hearing was Ragatha. I had no feelings whatsoever. Well, what you were hearing was actually Ragatha. She was the one that was crying her eyes out, and absolutely not me whatsoever. Nope, no way, no how. Nuh-uh. I don't like that either. Well, I think it's best that I didn't. All part of the plan, huh, Pomni? You're a little devious, aren't you? Maybe. Yes, aren't you? Maybe you are evil. Aren't you? Maybe you little No! Evil. Devious, aren't you? Maybe you are. I forgot what he says. You're a little devious, aren't you? Maybe you really are evil.